Let's take a look at this.
1138, executive producer for Legends Runeterra.
And I'm Tyler Morgan, also known as Riot Dirtle, senior game designer for Legends Runeterra.
Today we're doing the first of our series of dev snapshots, which we plan on doing every few months to make sure our community feels heard and informed.
Today is Tuesday, May 28th, so anything that happens after this date won't be covered here because we can't predict the future.
Now let's talk about the lore button in the League client. It went out on May 15th, and we saw initial positive growth on that day, and then since then, it's settled into a healthy, sustained amount of new players, as well as bringing back many players who had fallen off playing lore.
Nice.
Now, however, we never expected the button to be transformational to our game's trajectory, with the Oceania test that we ran late last year giving us good guidance on expectations. The wider deployment has performed well, living up to those expectations, but we still have work to do.
All right.
Constellations was released on May 22nd, and we're really happy with your response. We're digesting all the feedback you've given us. Now first, on the positive side, we're excited by the player reception, as evidenced by the huge increase in game hours that you all have put into the game. And that's really exciting because it's coming off the excitement of the Dreamlit Paths expansion. So first, a lot of people with Dreamlit Paths, and then even more hours with Constellation. We're also really grateful for the support you've shown this team by wading through and picking up those release day bundles. Now we'll continue to iterate and improve
stuff.
both on our event quests and these bundle offerings. But your participation with the release of the Constellations feature gives us confidence that we've made a first good step. We've also heard you, though, about improvements we can make to the system, especially the clarity of these systems. Now, we know we introduced a lot of new features, mechanics, and currencies. Now, we know you have concerns about the time and effort it takes to earn some of these resources, especially the region-based star crystals and nova crystals. Now, while we don't have current plans to make large adjustments to the region-based aspect of the system, we are going to implement ways for you to target the regions you most want, as well as ensure you have clear ways to earn healthy amounts of star crystals overall.
Any details?
You'll see us release these in the latter half of the year. In addition, we're also looking to improve the champion roster page. We know that right now, the experience can add a little more confusion than clarity. Now, this is on our radar, and we're working to implement a better way to present that information.
So
pause. The latter half of the year, we are in the 6th month. So, like, we're already over halfway through the year. But yeah, that they're probably going to do it like November, December. So that kind of sucks.
Constellations are out. We're looking at giving you a pretty steady content cadence of bringing new content to Path, as well as giving existing champions constellations. The first of those is going to be Yasuo. After that, we're going to be bringing Pyke back, giving him a constellation, as well as giving a small update to his star powers as well.
You knew this was coming.
5.6 will also bring Swain to Path of Champions, both as a champion with a constellation, as well as a boss. We're taking Swain out of
Wait, he's being a boss?
by story adventure, buffing up all of his powers and encounters.
40 champion fragments. So 5 stars. New adventure, yeah. Okay, so new Swain adventure. We have 5 rewards at the moment.
And adding him to the world map for everyone to fight. So Swain is our first shot at a hard mode of an adventure, taking an existing adventure, increasing the difficulty, and making it something that everyone can play against in order to give you all more content that can stand up to your new 6-star champions. In addition to this, we're also planning to expand weekly adventures, adding new difficulties of them that will be a better match for your Constellation champions, as well as giving you access to exciting new rewards like star crystals.
So star crystals from weeklies, and there's probably going to be just like 1, maybe 2 extra adventure from weeklies that are going to be like 5 or 6 stars.
On the PvP front, we're still tracking champion win rates and have some plans for nerfs to several of Elder Dragon's best friends, as well as some buffs to spirit cards that didn't perform as well as we'd hoped. On top of that, Elder Dragon will be rotating during our August 1st rotation. So we'll have additional updates led by Paolo, another game designer on our team, to provide additional context on PvP. That's all for now.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all in the next Dev Snapshot.
Okay, so it seems like we're going to be in the next patch. So new like 5-star adventure hard mode that gave us 40 champion fragments. That will be big. At the moment, it just showed 5 rewards, but a new adventure this next patch, potentially, that is really big. And then we're also getting Swain, and they said we're getting Pike. That's probably next patch. And like, that's going to be awesome. Check out Runeterra report. All right, so Elder Dragon will be rotated. Yeah. The Emporium is getting a new button in the Path of Champions page. Okay, that is nice. That seems to be about it. All right, but that is solid. The fact that in this adventure, or in this next patch, we are getting a new hard mode adventure. So the fact that that's immediately coming out. And then it is a little sad that they tell us what they're planning without giving us any details. So like, oh, there's going to be ways for you to target regions you want, but that's not coming till like the end of the year. So that kind of sucks. I like that they announced that they're doing Pike. That is fantastic. But again, that one will probably be next week. At least it seems like we know we're getting Yasuo. We know we're getting Swain. We're getting a new Swain adventure. So that is big. And that should be... That seems like that one is coming this next patch. Like, I think I'm going to go watch that.
A small update to his star powers as well.
You knew this was coming.
5.6 will also bring Swain to Path of Champions.
5.6, that's, yeah, the next patch.
Both as a champion with a constellation, as well as a...
So yeah, they said 5.6 will bring him both as a champion and as a boss. So this next patch, we are getting the Swain adventure. So we're getting both of them from, or in this next patch. That is going to be awesome. So we're getting 2 champions, we're getting an adventure, and if this is what the content cadence is going to be like, where every single patch, we know we're getting new constellations. If they're also consistently adding in a new champion to the roster, as well as updating champion, giving us an adventure every couple updates, that's going to be good. Yeah, the Yasuo constellation looks interesting. It's a big circle. I wonder if there'll be a bundle with an epic to go with it. Yes, I do. I personally hope that there's a bundle so we can try to level up, especially Swain, very quickly. I don't really care about Yasuo, but a Swain bundle I actually would like. Yeah, they didn't say anything about legend levels. I think they're probably going to let that sit again like they did last time, where they let it sit for like a couple months, because I think they want to catch up all the newer players or have them not feel too far behind. I mean, the bundles aren't bad. I don't mind the bundles. Yes, it's Swain, not Scion. It's like, I personally wanted Scion, but Swain looks really fun, so I'm not complaining. So yeah, they're adding new ways to do constellations. They said they know that the champion area is terrible, so they're going to be updating the UI because this is a mess. New adventure, that's going to be big. Brand new champion. We're getting Pike. That's going to be probably next month. But a lot of what they've said is all really good. Everything's looking up for the game overall. Yeah, new 5-star adventure is huge. It will be very interesting to see how they target difficulty. Because Lysandra, some of them are fun to deal with. Some of the fights in there are frustrating. Lysandra's power, the anti-spam power, is incredibly annoying. I hate it. Lysandra would feel so much better if it didn't have that power. So we'll see what they've learned from the Lysandra adventure and if they're able to improve on it. Yeah, Noxus will probably have a lot of Nexus ping. Having sustain will probably be very good. Yeah, they should have learned from the Lysandra feedback. People were seriously complaining on Twitter about only 2 champs. I'm just like, this is less than a month after the largest update we've had. This is great. Yeah, I was the same way. Like, I expected this next patch to be relatively small because, yeah, the Constellation update was huge. I did not expect us to get an adventure already. I thought we'd get an adventure next month. So that is massive. That's, yeah, really good.